This previous end of the week, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever wound up battling at the lower part of the WNBA's Eastern meeting standings. The group confronted a critical test against the impressive Phoenix Mercury, drove by WNBA all-time driving scorer Diana Taurasi and headliner Brittany Griner. In the midst of this difficult period, Fever lead trainer Christie Sides got serious about the huge effect of media examination and outside pressures in her group. In a new game against the Seattle Tempest, the Fever were crushed 89-77. Clark, generally a solid scorer, was restricted to only 15 places, 1 point beneath her season normal. Following the misfortune, Clark communicated her disappointments in a concise, 6-word proclamation, condemning her colleagues' initiative capacities, or the deficiency in that department. Mentor Christie Sides repeated these feelings, recognizing that the group has a great deal of developing to do. In her post-game comments, Sides was sincere about the difficulties her group faces, especially with the additional weight of outside assumptions and media clamor. "We have a great deal of growing up to do," she said, as detailed by USA Today. That is exactly the very thing that it is. The external assumptions, the external commotion, it doesn't help. However, we need to remain associated, continue developing, and continue to track down ways of getting to the next level. Sides' remarks mirror the more extensive battles the Fever are encountering this season. The heaviness of outside tensions can be especially weighty for a group attempting to track down its balance and fabricate union. The interruption of steady media consideration and elevated standards from fans and examiners the same can bring down the concentration and solidarity expected to prevail in such a cutthroat association. As the Fever arranged for their game against the Phoenix Mercury, Sides stressed the significance of remaining associated and proceeding to develop in spite of the difficulties. The Mercury, a group rich with ability and experience, were vigorously preferred to win, with DraftKings Sportsbook posting them as 7-point top picks heading into the 3 p.m. Eastern Time Challenge on Sunday. For the Fever, the matchup against the Mercury was something other than a game. It was a basic chance to exhibit versatility and progress. Sides' message to her group highlighted the need to shut out the commotion and spotlight on inward development. The way to progress is seldom smooth, and for a group like the Fever, figuring out how to transcend interruptions and outer tensions is vital. In Rundown, Christie Sides' candid conversation about the difficulties confronting Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever reveals insight into the more extensive issues of media impact and group elements in elite athletics. The Fever's new battles feature the troubles of offsetting elevated standards with the requirement for inner turn of events and union. As they confronted the Phoenix Mercury, Sides' call for solidarity and development was a sign of the significance of zeroing in on the essentials, no matter what the interruptions that accompany the spotlight. Please subscribe my channel now.